Hey air signs, this one's for you. Gonna be doing an energy reading for this week. So if you're curious what might be going on, stick around. We're about to get into it. All right, happy Gemini season. I'm so excited to be stepping into this next month. May usually brings a lot of, ups and downs. There's definitely gonna be a lot of dualities considering Gemini is the twins, and there's just kind of a yin and yang energy that's going to be going on this month. So I'm really happy that it landed on the day of the air signs. I love that type of synchronicity. So I'm basically going to be pulling to see how this Gemini season is going to go for you guys and what are going to be some prominent lessons that are to be learned, and energy that comes through. So let's see, what archetype are you in? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm doing a new setup this week. I just didn't feel like being on camera. So, got creative and tried something new. I'm really enjoying it so far. Let me know what you guys think. The catalyst, radical changes, taking control. Wow. Okay. So definitely going to be some changes going on. I know that there's going to be a lot of heavy energy next week, but I'm not going to dive into that just yet. I really feel like next week is going to be interesting, based on what's going on in the planets, but come back next week and we'll get into that. But yeah. All right. Let's see what this page or what this card means. Life does not exist in a state of stasis, and meaningful development only comes with change. To resist it is to resist growth. You must become the catalyst that shakes at the very foundation of life. You are the hurricane that blows the cobwebs from the corners. You are the bolt of lightning that topples the tower. You may not know what form this change will take, but change has to happen. Through upheaval, chaos, and destruction, you will be able to start anew. Holy shit. Okay. All right. This is going to be intense. Gemini season usually is intense for me personally, but let's see how it's showing up for y'all. And y'all are welcome to, y'all are welcome to skip ahead if you're not interested in seeing the cards come out. Whoa. I have to start moving this down. Okay. Wow. That's crazy. All right, let's get into this. Actually, let me take a sip of water. Okay. So we're starting with the Two of Pentacles. So this tells me that things are going to be very up and down. Things are going to be back and forth. And that's kind of what I said. You're going to be experiencing a lot of duality this month. You're going to be feeling a lot of back and forth, with that twin energy from the Geminis. And it's just going to be a lot, But I do feel like it's going to help get things moving. I feel like there's going to be a lot of motivation after this. There's going to be a lot more understanding about what's going on. But like I said, that's going to be back and forth. It's like 1 minute you're going to be getting going and moving and feeling really intentional. And then the next minute you're going to be like, I don't know how to feel. Do I like this? Do I hate this? I don't know. But then you're going to go back to the Emperor and feel very strong and confident about your decisions, about what you're doing, and about where you're going. And there's a connection to your intuition after that. After you step into this energy, you're able to be like, okay, I see what I need to do in order for my highest growth. I see how I need to trust myself in order to stay balanced. You know, I see what I need to do and what intentions I need to set, right? So that's going to come through and really make your intentions very clear. And also with the sun coming in, and there's going to be a lot of illuminating of some dark places inside of you. So wherever you're feeling neglected, pity, victim mentality, it's going to be, a light is going to be shown on that. And that's going to be tough to go through. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy. But if you can move through it and stay balanced, you'll be able to see a lot, you know. And with this card, I'm also seeing, you know, the law of cause and effect. That's been a huge sign for me lately of how does this little decision affect, you know, the grand scheme of things. I'm trying to pay attention to all these unconscious habits that I have that I've just built up over my 28 years of living, right? And so maybe there's a need to do that too. It's like, okay, we gotta declutter all this debris and chaos that has, you know, been left over from that time. Now it's time to start over so we can have a fresh slate for the summer. So, you know, I definitely feel like not even just the summer, honestly, the fact that we're in year one, right? Things are ending and things are beginning. So there's a lot of, you know, and the fire horse energy, there's a lot of clearing out that is happening this year. So it's not just with the season, but I definitely feel like Gemini is going to shake some shit up, right? All these radical changes are going to be catalysts to send you forward and really propel you into this next stage. And you notice these bees on the card? Yeah, that's definitely being highlighted. It's worker bee energy. It's like they're taking out what doesn't work and adding what does. You know, they're getting down to business. This is going to be work. This is not going to be all fun and games, right? This is going to be tough. But I see that you got it, and if you can make it through, you're going to be feeling a lot different about your life and about where you're going. You're going to be stepping into this beautiful balance with the universe, right? And, you know, I'm just noticing that these different trees on like with man there's fire, right? The tree is burning, and then with women the tree is thriving, but there's temptation. You see the snake, man. So there's pros and cons to each, you know. The pro of destruction is that new growth can sprout back up, right? And you know, they say when a forest gets burned down, it's actually really good for the soil because it kind of just resets everything. So, you know, there are pros to destruction and there are pros and cons to thriving, right? So definitely pay attention to those things and how there are needs for these crazy restructurings of our lives. And with the King of Pentacles there, I see that you're able to step into this energy that you're able to cultivate and grow whatever you need. You're able to, you know, handle any, you know, threat that comes your way and eliminate it if you need to. And yeah, just stepping into this abundance. And with that abundance that you're stepping into, there's going to be an opportunity here. There's going to be some conflict, but there's going to be an opportunity to turn that conflict into contentment so that it doesn't continue inside of you and that you're able to release it and move on and find your happy place, I heard. So yeah, this is definitely you having that opportunity to change some things in your life that are not working, that lead to conflict, and change that into something that's conducive for you. So after that, you're going to be feeling really good about what you're doing and having a good time. Definitely celebrate your wins here. If you feel like, hey, I need to go out and celebrate this little thing that happened, go do it. You know, that is definitely needed when we're in these hard times, you know. So use any time to celebrate, and don't just be like, oh, well, I got to do this. I should focus on this. I should. Don't shoulda, coulda, woulda. Take your wins, okay? I feel like a lot of us don't. And then with King of Wands, you're going to be really feeling good about the actions that you're making towards this growth that you had that intuitive hit from. So those actions are going to come, but you got to do the inner work first, and you got to listen to step on the path. But yeah, like I said, there's an opportunity to change that conflict and to actually, you know, turn conflict into opportunity. So opportunity to change the conflict into opportunity. That's so interesting. It's like you can like bounce it back. It's like, hey, this isn't working for me, but I like this about it. I like that about it. I'm going to add that to mine. It's like, I don't need to get involved in that. I was talking about that in the earth signs yesterday. It's like, be careful not to get involved in the fight. There's going to be a lot of dual forces fighting each other because they don't like to go to either side. So make sure that you're not getting caught up in their bullshit. And then we're ending with the Empress. How beautiful. So interesting that it was like a woman figure here, a male figure here, a male figure here, a woman figure here. It's like you're balancing out and utilizing those sources within you to get what you need done, to get on your path, you know. And yeah, you're utilizing both your feminine and your masculine powers right now in order to make this happen. So yeah, I'm loving this energy. Let's see what we got in the other decks. Get some, oh wait, no, confirmational messages from Good Tarot. Two of Fire. Wow. Yeah, the Earth signs got this yesterday, I think. Or was it the Fire sign? I don't remember. But one of them. They also got this card. And it's basically just you saying, or not just you saying, it's basically just saying that you are on a path to somewhere new. And you don't really have much. You kind of just got the clothes on your back and your spirit team with you in the form of this giraffe. But yeah, you're on your way and you're going to figure this shit out for real. Yeah, and Fire is wands. So you're just kind of... yeah, figuring it out is strong here. Wow, another beginner card. So with the Page of Earth, you're setting forth on a new path on Earth. Like this is you're going to be experiencing a lot of different, what's the word? Let me read the page. Yeah, this is when you start to see tangible success. You're going to see it in your real world. There's going to be things that show you, hey, you're on the right track. You did this, and now look at this good thing that's coming in for you. You know, you did this great thing for yourself. Now look at the great thing that's happening. So it's going to show you. As you walk the path, you'll see little signs of success. Wow, and the Magician. You're able to transform a shitty situation into a good one, right? That's what the Magician does. He transforms things. If he doesn't like what's going on over there, he says abracadabra and changes it to what he does like. He's like, y'all need to quit fighting. Here's a point for you and a point for you that makes sense. And they're like, oh, I understand your side different now. And it's because he's able to see both sides. It's like this, we need to stop picking a side and learn how to teeter both of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to take action. It's time to put in the work. Communication is key. Gemini card. Gemini card. Communication is key. And believe in the impossible. Don't limit yourself in this time. Anything is possible. Yep, step out of your comfort zone. This is going to be out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone internally. Face the darkness and the snow and the cold. And see what you can find in there. Because there's beauty in that shit. It's like a pearl in the oyster, right? Let's get some guidance messages and then we'll close it out. Balance yourself. Yup. What did I say? Teeter that line. Don't pick a side right now. Just stay balanced. Direction, growth, life stages. Yeah, focus on children. If you have kids, maybe love on them a little bit more. Maybe love yourself as if you would love a baby. Are you going to tell a baby he's a stupid idiot because it can't walk? No. You're going to be like, aw, so cute, you fell. Now get back up, okay? So that's what you're going to try again. You know, get back up, try again. That's what you're going to tell yourself as you move through this. You're not going to be harsh with yourself. And you better be patient. This is going to take a lot of patience. Baby, like treat yourself like a baby. Take time out. Yup. When I was shuffling, I saw that card. It's crazy. It came out. Siesta, recharge, rest. You need to rest through this. Going through emotional growth stages, it brings a lot of extra energy that we need to take care of. You know, when you're vulnerable, when you're in a vulnerable state, that's not the time to go and hang out with a bunch of toxic people. You really need to take care of yourself in every single way, shape, and form right now. So Yeah, it's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up, but it's looking like if you can stay balanced and open to what you find, you'll be able to really find a beautiful place inside of you. So don't fear it. Roll with it. You got this.